Tian Xiwei stepped onto the bustling red carpet of the Peace Elite event, immediately capturing the breathless attention of everyone in attendance. The flashing lights of countless cameras reflected off her dazzling outfit, creating an aura of effortless elegance and star power. Fans lined the barriers, their cheers echoing through the venue as she offered a radiant smile and a warm wave to the crowd. Her presence alone shifted the energy of the entire evening, turning a standard promotional gathering into a major cultural moment. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere crackled with anticipation as fellow celebrity attendees prepared for their own grand entrances. Among them was Zhang, whose reputation for suave composure and sharp fashion choices preceded him wherever he went. Dressed in a sharply tailored designer suit that accentuated his striking height, he stood near the backstage monitor observing the commotion outside. Little did he know that the very next moment would test his legendary calm in ways he had never anticipated. As Tian Xiwei made her way toward the main reception area, her path briefly intersected with the private green room corridor where Zhang was stationed. The ambient noise of the venue seemed to fade into the background as she gracefully approached the doorway, her sparkling eyes scanning the room. When their gazes finally locked, a sudden, palpable shift occurred in the air, freezing time for just a brief, electric second. It was an unscripted collision of two massive entertainment forces that caught both of them completely off guard. Zhang, who typically maintained a composed and unflappable demeanor under the brightest media spotlights, found himself momentarily paralyzed by her dazzling entrance. The effortless charm he usually projected effortlessly slipped away, replaced by a genuine, unguarded expression of sheer surprise. His lips parted slightly as he tried to process the breathtaking sight standing just a few feet. In that split second, the polished actor melted into an ordinary young man utterly captivated by grace. A soft, infectious giggle broke the sudden silence as Tian Xiwei noticed his reaction, flashing him a playful, knowing grin that instantly melted the tension. She stepped forward with natural warmth, extending a polite greeting that shattered the momentary awkwardness hanging heavily in the room. Her cheerful voice brought Zhang back to reality, jolting him out of his fleeting trance with a warm wave of embarrassment and amusement. He quickly recovered his poise, flashing a signature, dazzling smile of his own to mask his momentary vulnerability. "It is wonderful to see you here tonight," Tian Xiwei remarked, her tone bright and breezy as she adjusted the strap of her glittering handbag. Zhang nodded appreciatively, his initial shock melting completely into a relaxed and genuine camaraderie. "Likewise, the energy out there is incredible, but you certainly brought the sunshine inside," he replied smoothly, successfully recovering his sharp wit. Their effortless banter instantly put everyone else in the surrounding crew at ease, dissolving the formal barriers of the high-stakes industry. Photographers stationed nearby managed to catch the tail end of this candid interaction, capturing the exact moment Zhang Linghe's expression softened into something remarkably tender. The contrast between his usual stoic magazine covers and this unguarded, starstruck reaction was immediately striking. It was clear to anyone watching that her charm had bypassed all his usual emotional defenses, leaving an impression that went far beyond standard professional etiquette. The fleeting exchange was so genuine that even the most cynical onlookers could not dismiss it as mere acting. As the evening's main program officially commenced, both stars were ushered toward their assigned VIP seating areas, which happened to be positioned just a few rows apart. Throughout the opening speeches and live gaming exhibitions, cameras periodically panned back toward the audience to capture celebrity reactions. Sharp-eyed fans watching the live stream instantly noticed that Zhang Linghe's attention frequently drifted toward Tian Xiwei's section. Whenever she laughed or reacted to the thrilling gameplay on stage, a subtle, approving smile would tug at the corner of his lips. During a brief commercial intermission, the event organizers arranged a casual mingling session for the high-profile guests to interact away from the formal tables. Tian Xiwei seized the opportunity to chat with several industry colleagues, her lively gestures and bright laughter drawing people in like a magnet. Zhang casually meandered over toward her circle, holding a glass of sparkling water while pretending to admire the venue's extravagant ceiling decor. His subtle repositioning did not go unnoticed by the eager fans tracking their every move online. "Are you enjoying the competitive matches so far, or are you secretly wishing you were up there playing?" Zhang teased gently, sliding into the conversation with practiced ease. Tian Xiwei turned around, her eyes sparkling with competitive spirit as she accepted the playful challenge. "I would definitely give those professional gamers a run for their money if I had my tablet with me right now," she retorted playfully, crossing her arms with a confident smirk. Her witty retort drew chuckles from everyone standing nearby, especially Zhang, who looked thoroughly charmed. The conversation naturally flowed into shared memories from their past industry events and upcoming drama schedules, highlighting a mutual respect that ran deep. They traded light-hearted complaints about demanding promotional tours and grueling filming hours, finding common ground in the chaotic realities of stardom. Whenever their laughter blended together, the chemistry between them felt entirely organic, devoid of the rehearsed stiffness typical of forced celebrity pairings. It was a refreshing display of authentic friendship blossoming under the blinding glare of massive public scrutiny. As the night progressed, the online fandom exploded with short video clips and high-resolution screenshots capturing their every glance and shared smile. Social media platforms were instantly flooded with breathless commentary, trending hashtags, and countless theories about the genuine nature of their interaction. The phrase, "Zhang melted," quickly shot to the top of global search trends as fans analyzed his soft expression frame by frame. Every shared look was dissected by enthusiastic supporters hoping for a future on-screen collaboration between the two beloved stars. Back inside the Grand Arena, the final segment of the Peace Elite celebration was drawing to a close with a magnificent confetti drop. Gold and silver metallic streamers rained down from the ceiling, covering the stage and creating a magical, dreamlike atmosphere for all the attendees. Tian Xiwei spun around playfully, raising her hands to catch a falling piece of confetti while a bright, innocent laugh escaped her lips. It was a picture-perfect cinematic moment that looked straight out of a romantic drama film. Across the stage, Zhang caught sight of her joyful expression amidst the cascading gold confetti and paused in his tracks once again. The vibrant chaos of the grand finale seemed to slow down around them, leaving only the image of her radiant happiness etched into his mind. He offered a soft, fond headshake, clearly amused by how easily she could turn an ordinary industry event into a memorable spectacle. The genuine fondness in his eyes at that exact second spoke volumes without needing a single spoken word. As the event concluded and the venue lights began to brighten, the celebrities prepared to exit through the heavily guarded backstage security corridors. Zhang and Tian Xiwei found themselves walking side by side toward the VIP parking area, flanked by their respective managers and assistants. The brisk night air provided a welcome relief from the stuffy, high-energy environment inside the crowded arena. They used the quiet walk to exchange final pleasantries and wrap up their unexpectedly delightful evening. "Thank you for keeping the conversation so entertaining tonight, it saved me from a very long evening," Tian Xiwei admitted with a charming, self-deprecating chuckle. Zhang smiled warmly, sliding his hands into the pockets of his tailored jacket as they walked toward the sleek black vans waiting outside. "The pleasure was entirely mine, and I suppose I have you to thank for making this the most memorable event of the year," he responded smoothly. It was a classy, sophisticated sign-off that left a lingering warmth between them. With a final, cheerful wave, Tian Xiwei climbed into her vehicle, the sliding door closing shut as her bright smile lingered in the memories of those present. Zhang stood by his car for a moment longer, watching the taillights fade into the distance before stepping inside his own transport. The physical distance did little to quiet the internet, where the frenzy surrounding their encounter was only just beginning to reach its absolute peak. Media outlets scrambled to write their morning headlines, knowing full well that this interaction would dominate entertainment news for weeks. Analyzing the night's events, entertainment pundits agreed that this unplanned meeting was one of the most organic moments of the entire awards season. It proved that even amidst heavily curated public personas and rigid schedules, genuine human reactions could still break through the polished facade. Linghe's unmasked vulnerability served as a relatable reminder that even heartthrobs are susceptible to undeniable charisma. Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei continued to cement her status as a powerhouse entertainer who could command a room simply by being entirely herself. The aftermath of the Peace Elite Gala left a lasting impact on both stars' respective fanbases, fostering a renewed sense of excitement and unity. Message boards buzzed with fan fiction, artistic sketches, and glowing reviews of their undeniable, effortless chemistry during those fleeting minutes together. Producers and directors within the industry undoubtedly took notice of the massive public engagement generated by their brief interaction. Speculation regarding a potential joint drama project began to circulate rapidly among insiders, fueled by the overwhelming public demand. Ultimately, the night became a legendary chapter in contemporary pop culture folklore, frequently referenced whenever fans discussed authentic celebrity interactions. It captured the exact intersection of glamour, spontaneity, and genuine charm that makes the entertainment industry so endlessly fascinating to watch. Tian Shui's radiant stunner status and Zhang Linghe's memorable melt will forever be remembered as the highlight of an otherwise ordinary promotional evening. As the dust settled, both stars returned to their hectic filming schedules, leaving behind a trail of unforgettable magic and endless possibilities.